Hello Shishya, today we're going to discuss about KVPY Biology 2016 question paper. As usual, let's begin with a quote. Circumstances do not make the man, they merely reveal him to himself. Great personalities always had hard circumstances which made them to reveal their own personality, so they have changed the world. You can take any great personality, their circumstances are not so easy to come through, but still they're able to change the whole world. I want you to be ready to face such circumstances and make yourself to reveal what are you really inside. Let us continue with the questions. First question we're going to look at is what is the length of human DNA containing 6.6 into 10 power 9 base pairs? No, 0.34 is actual length as per the scientific study. So you have to multiply the number of base pairs with the one base pair length of human DNA. When you do this, you'll get the value around 2.24. So the answer will be 2.2 meters when you can check with your calculators. And now, so these are key. You'll see here always. And next is diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus vaccine consists of. These are the bacterial pathogens, and all of these may not have similar kind of treatment before they are inserting into the humans or children. So we'll go with proper method. So toxoid of diphtheria, tetanus, and heat kill whole cells of pertussis. This is taken as one of the preventive measures so that all the bacteria will not have similar kind of resistance in our body. So toxoid refers to we extract the toxin from that and we treat it with heat or chemicals so that it is going to be activate your immune system, and when you get the real disease, so your body will be ready to defend against it. But whereas when you use pertussis, here we'll be killing whole cells, and we'll be injecting inside the body. And the main purpose of doing this is the pathogen may not be active, and also the immune system may not be effective. Okay, so that's why we'll be using this kind of treatment method. So you should be able to know all of these earlier. So as per the key also, the answer is B, and the other ones may not be correct. So the three diseases have different mechanisms while we provide as a vaccine. Good. Next, look at the third question, which of following is not an enzyme? We knew that whatever ends with A's or IN, mostly the enzymes in digestive system. So bilirubin or bilirubin is the one which is produced by liver. Whatever secretions are produced by liver will not be considered as enzymes. So the answer is D, and the pH of avian blood is maintained by, it is bicarbonate, generally HCO3, and also it plays a major role in mammals as well. The the blood actually absorbs the oxygen as well as it releases carbon dioxide by adding into the bicarbonate, which is largely present which is largely present in the RBC, and also it helps in fixing with itself. I think fourth is A. Next, let us look at fifth question. So podocyte layer that provides outer lining. Always remember the podocyte cells are chiefly present on the Bowman's capsule. So obviously the answer will be A. Next is if double-stranded DNA has a 20% of adenine, what would be cytosine content? So we know Chargaff's law, which says that A and T are similar base pairs, and C and G have the similar base pairs, with A and T with double bonds and C and G with triple bonds. So we can always consider when they said 20% of adenine is there, and you can expect that T is also similar one, so it will have around 20% same. And they did not talk about C and G. That means just consider that as usually do in mathematics, total 100% is there, so 40% is finished by the adenine and thymine percentage. So how much is left now? 60% is left. So among this 60%, we knew that Again, cytosine and guanine have equal proportions. So simply just 2 by 2 and you'll get 30% and 30%. So the answer will be B. It's an easy level question. Both of these are easy ones. I think you can refer the key. Next, which of the following is incapable of curing pellagra? So pellagra is a type of non-communicable disease. We knew that it is due to a vitamin or B complex vitamin called niacin, and nicotinamide is also a form of it, and tryptophan is also one of the important ones which secretes or which enables the production of this vitamin. So nicotine is one of the odd one here. Even if you go through this, nicotine is present in tobacco. It doesn't have any relation with curing of pellagra. So common sense a bit. And next, let us look at Escherichia coli. How many codons code for standard amino acids? I'm sorry, I'm unable to show you the image here, but still I can explain you this. Generally, uh, whenever they ask you about the codons that code for standard amino acids, there are total 64 codons are there, which includes two major types. So some of them include standard amino acids and some of them will include even stopping codons. So these stop codons will be helpful when the protein synthesis has to be stopped. So then they acquire the size, when they acquire the shape. So there is a lot of things around. I want you to know the standard amino acids are 20. So there are total 61 standard amino acids codons are there, and we have three codons which code for the stop or which ends the process of protein synthesis. So the answer is 61. C is the right answer here. Always remember the codon. These the codons is similar for all the organism. Even if they ask you about human here, if they ask any organism, the codon table will not change for anything. Let's check the answer here. So seventh, eighth, B and C, right answers. Now we look at Bombyx mori, silkworm belong to the order. The question from the diversity. So Lepidoptera. So this is the one which it belongs to, and here you'll find the butterfly and the silkworms or moths generally present in this group of organisms of the order. So next is source of mammalian hormone, which is relaxin. No, relaxin, the term itself says, when you understand the term, it's quite easy. It's generally produced during the during the uh, delivery of baby. So obviously the source of this will be through ovary. And even you can come with removing the options as well: stomach, intestine, pancreas. So none of these are responsible for secreting a hormone which has importance in involving delivery of baby in females. So the answer will be ovary. Okay, you can check the answers here: A and 10th A. Now, which one of which one of the following animals is the connecting link between reptiles and mammals? So the platypus is the answer here. Bat doesn't have any role in linking the organisms, or it should supposed to possess at least few close relation with the two orders of the organisms, where these organisms doesn't have such kind of features so far seen in organisms. That's about the 11th one. So right answer will be platypus. And what is the number of chromosome in an individual with Turner syndrome? Genetics is always important here. So this is a part of genetical disorder. Turner syndrome. You knew that generally humans will have 46 number of chromosomes, and if a person have 45 chromosomes inside him, so we can consider that as Turner syndrome. So the Turner syndrome is a challenging genetical disorder. So when we karyotype the person's genes or the chromosomes, it will show that it has only 45 chromosomes. Imagine the consequences when a person doesn't have single pair of chromosome. It may make a lot of confusion in a person by not deciding proper gender, either male or female? I think now we'll check the answers here. So 11th A, 12th B, quite easy ones. Next, shift government 1974. We always knew this about hugging trees, and they try to stop the contractors. A question which you know very well. And next is gluconeogenesis. I want you to say the gluconeogenesis is a process that takes place in a person's body when he is fasting for a long time. When your body doesn't have enough amount of food, so it starts breaking down the proteins into the carbohydrates, whereas that's what it is called as gluconeogenesis, conversion of non-carbohydrate compounds into the similar carbohydratic forms. In this process you can see all of there are four amino acids. Most of the amino acids will be involved in producing the glucose or similar kind of compounds, but still some of them will be absent here. So which doesn't include the lysine, sorry, and lysine, and even we have one more thing called leucine. So both of these are not involving in the process of gluconeogenesis, whereas all other 18 amino acids nearly will involve in producing similar kind of carbohydrate forms. I think the answers are correct. So 13th one is D, 14th one is B. And if you know about this process, and you may probably guess the answer quite easily. And now we look at the syphilis. One more question from the diseases. Tre- no, Treponema pallidum. You can see the structure of this, which causes syphilis. And gonorrhea, if you read this, you will be easily getting the name. So gonorrhea will be caused by this, and HIV, causing AIDS. Hepatitis B caused by HBV. So none of these are right options. So A will be the answer. So this is the last question from part A. We'll be continuing with part B questions. So here one more part, so which have more weightage than the previous part of questions. Now we'll observe the answer here. So 760 mm of sea level, which is normal and changes pressure of CO2. Uh, it have only standard values. There is nothing to explain. It might take a lot of mathematical explanation like in chemistry. So I'm actually going through the standard option here, which ranges 0.30 to 0.31, where the partial pressure of CO2 seen in a particular place. So it's from ecology, we can understand. So they are trying to ask a lot of deeper questions relevant to the abiotic factors. Now again, the genetics part, you can say a breeder crossed pure pure tall plant having white flowers, and pure short plants having blue flowers, where he obtained 202 when progeny found that all of them are tall having white flowers. Upon helping these F1 plants, he obtained progeny of 2160. It is very similar to your dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross. They actually try to provide you the digits here. You have to work out on the digits. The logic of this question is very easy. You have to simply, it's like a probability. Mostly I refer genetics of all the problems of genetics is nothing but biostatistics, and Mendel considered as first biostatistician because of counting a lot of plants. Here you have to assume, so how many of them likely to be, so probability of getting short and blue flowers. So we just do this. So the probability of getting is total 16. So this 16 comes from the phenotypes, generally 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1, right? So 9 plus 10, 3 plus 3, 16. So through this you can actually predict so how much will be the probable flowers, probable blue flowers with short length. So you can see here it is generally 35. 135 is the right answer here. A bit logical, but really simple one. Next, Next, you can see the types of hearts and the combinations. The neurogenic heart refers to these hearts based on what what organism or what organ have much influence of functioning. So neurogenic heart, bronchial heart, and pulmonary heart. So go with the easy one, pulmonary heart. You can see it's from humans, and the bronchial one go with shark. So what you miss is the king crab. It is considered as the the neurogenic heart. Let's check the answer now. So third one is A. I think it's matching. Let's look at fourth one. Big question, but really simple answer. We have a lot of things here, but the main keywords are thermophilic and psychrophilic organisms. So thermophilic, the term itself says you come across thermo refers to the heat, psychrophilic refers to the cold conditions. When you look at these, you can predict. You can predict. So when the temperature is available in larger conditions, the enzyme reaction will become faster, a lot faster. And when the temperature goes down, so obviously the temperature is going to be come down here. Okay, so we cannot expect any other answer matching this. It's from high temperature to lower temperature where it won't be possible in the thermophilic ones. And here also the standard maintenance may not be possible. I mean in both, in thermophile maybe, but in psychrophilic it may not be. And here the temperature will be keep on rising. When you consider thermophile, it may, but in psychrophilic it may not be going to be happening in the same place. So we'll go with this reaction time and temperature which has declined at a major point and starts decreasing. So it might be due to enough extraction of the nutrients. There might be a lot of factors, but still this one best suiting this question, particularly about enzymatic reaction than any other thing. So let me go with this one, D, R and R. It's right answer. Now let's look at the last question. No, it's the simplest question from the biomolecules. So hydrolases, lyases, isomerases, ligases. You can choose any of these first of all by starting where actually whatever the names whatever the functions of these enzymes so that you'll be getting the answers here. So first is hydrolases which help in transfer of chemical group of one substrate to another, and lyases, if you don't know, for example, start with ligases that helps in joining two compounds. Now you can probably check the answers. So and P and C have four options, and then you can go with the other two here. No, you can actually get this question here. So B is 5 first. So obviously the other answers will be correct here, where none of the others that have similar option. So B will be probable answer. And lyases which helps in breaking down of compounds, and isomerases which will be uh, interconversion of optical fibers will be there, and ligases as we seen it will be helpful in joining of the compounds. So Q will be 4 which removes, and isomerases will be 1, and the ligases joining of the two compounds. These end of my lecture on paper discussion of 2016 KVPY essay. So let us meet in the next paper discussion soon. I wish you all the best.